What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Sergeant Moose here, back with another The Texas Chainsaw Massacre video. And today, guys, it is that time. We are releasing our victim tier list video. Now, a few days ago, we did a family tier list video, and I had a few folks asking me if I would do a victim tier list video as well. And I'm going to admit, guys, this one was actually a little bit more fun to do than the family. It took a little more work to kind of figure out because the victims are very, very unique in their abilities and their traits. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to break them down, guys. Talk about what I think personally are the best and worst victims in the game. We're going to start with the absolute worst, guys, in my personal opinion. Now, you guys may crucify me for this. You may not agree with everything, but this is just my personal opinion and what I've seen by both playing victim and family against these victims as well. So we're basically going to talk about three traits, guys, that, of course, is the victim's attributes, their star sign abilities, and their perks. Because without these three things, the victims are all exactly the same in terms of, you know, what they could do and their attributes and everything like that. So these are the things that make a difference in these victims. So without further ado, let's jump into it. All right, guys, coming in at number 6, and this probably is not a surprise to anyone, and it is really sad to say because I really enjoy playing Sonny. He is a ton of fun to play, but Sonny, in my personal opinion, is the worst victim in the game, and we're going to talk about that. Now, this is not to say that you could be really successful with Sonny. I've seen a lot of Sonny mains out there who play him very, very well, but he will require a lot of skill to play very well. But we're going to talk about it, guys. He is a very squishy character. He is amongst the squishiest character in the game. There's no doubt about it. And what I mean by that, guys, is there's really no big trade-off for him being as squishy. If you look at the likes of Connie, for instance, she does have a big trade-off because her ability works very, very well. But this is about Sonny. He does have his ability where you're able to map out the family. And, of course, you can see we have his ability to level 3, I should say, here, and he does have the ability to see where the family is, where the victims are, and his ability can be somewhat beneficial to squad play. So if you're nearby other victims, you're trying to get out of the basement, you're trying to follow somebody upstairs to get to an objective, you can communicate with your victims where the family members are. Hey, they're close by, we might not want to make our move yet, things like that. But I do think it's more beneficial to Sonny himself for the ability because it allows him to play a lot more stealthily, which I feel like even though he doesn't have great stealth, Sonny could be better used to be played more as a stealthy character because he can move around and he can kind of keep away from the family members. Now, guys, I will say his base attributes are a bit lackluster. He does boast high endurance and high strength, but he severely lacks in more important traits such as toughness, proficiency, and stealth. Now, these are the three traits. I feel like if he could be a little bit higher in these traits, especially toughness, he could be a more viable character because Sonny, at this current state, with a good Leatherface, maybe with big swings, he's potential to be a one-shot victim no matter how you build him, and you don't want to go pumping all of your points into toughness with Sonny because you need him in other areas with him. Now, he does come equipped with Stunt Double, which I do like to use on him, so if you do get in a sticky situation, you can try to make it to a well as quickly as possible, get down that well, it's not going to do much damage, and you can get healed. But he does, unfortunately, not able to get perks like No Cell, things like that, which can help him stay alive a little bit longer. So, in my opinion, he comes in at number 6 because I don't think that he's a viable choice to be chosen over any other victim currently. Coming in at number 5, guys, on the list we have Julie. Now, this may come as a surprise to people that know me because Julie is my favorite victim to play in the game. I like to consider myself a Julie main when I am on the victim side. However, this video is very non-biased, so as you can tell, it is non-biased because I'm putting her way down at number 5. Now, much like Sonny, guys, Julie is a very squishy character, and in my opinion, she has no real trade-off with her ability. Now, she's going to come ahead of Sonny just a bit on her perks because she does have the ability to acquire perks like No Cell, which will allow her to take a few more hits before death. Now, she can also acquire perks like Bomb Squad, guys, which with Nancy in the game now and both Hitchhiker, we see that tandem a lot. It is very important to have a character on your team that can run Bomb Squad. That way you don't have to worry about fishing out bone picks to, you know, get rid of every trap that you need to. Bomb Squad will just quickly do that for you. So, in my opinion, that's a must-have perk. Julie's able to get it, so that makes her a pretty decent character as well. Now, she also has the capability, she can acquire Agitator, which will keep Grandpa at bay for a while, obviously buy your team some time, bring his levels down quite a bit. So Julie does have the ability to, you know, run around and keep the family busy, and make the game last a little bit longer. Now, she does have high endurance and high stealth. Julie can move around quickly around the map efficiently, and she can also be stealthy while doing it. So that's not an issue there with her stealth and her endurance for sure. Now, she does have the ability also with her star sign ability, the ultimate escape. She can counter the Cook and Johnny, because when she's in the ability, they will not be able to hear her, and Johnny will not be able to track her footprints. And it does have a decent cooldown time as well. Now, one thing that I wish could be a little bit different about Julie with her ability, it will make her endurance very, very high when you're in the ability, so you can run for long periods of time. However, it does not make her faster. And honestly, I think Julie could be much higher on the list if she could be a little bit faster with her ability, because even with a Leatherface chasing her down the road, when she's in the ability, chances are, especially if he's running Scout, she's going to get caught and she's going to get killed. Now, guys, by no means am I saying that Julie is a terrible victim whatsoever. I've had a ton of success with her, lots of escapes with her, and I know other folks have as well. And honestly, I see her picked in a lot of victim games I play in, and I also see her picked in a lot of family games I play in too. It's just I don't think she's better than the 4 that we're going to talk about that are ahead of her. So Julie sits at number 5 on this list. Alright guys, coming in at number 4, it is everyone's favorite victim to kill. I know it's my favorite victim to kill. It is the Giga Chad himself, Leland, the one that we love making fun of all the time. Guys, he's coming in at number 4 because I put him right here kind of in the middle, because I don't think he's the worst victim, but I also don't think he's the best. Now, what I think is what makes Leland shine, obviously, very obviously, is his lifesaver ability, his barge, his shoulder, his tackle, whatever you want to call it. Without this ability alone, guys, I think Leland would be much closer to the bottom of the list. Now, he does have a high endurance with very, very high strength, but he severely lacks in toughness, proficiency, and stealth. And that comes as kind of a surprise to me, because I figured out of the box Leland would have much higher toughness based on his background, his ability, things like that. But unfortunately, he doesn't. He can be a somewhat squishy character unless you're boosting up that toughness yourself. Now, Leland can come as a good distraction. I won't say great, maybe not as great as the likes of Anna, but he can come in as a good distraction, and he can also be a good support for your fellow victim members. You guys are trying to get out of a certain objective. Maybe you're trying to unlock a gate. Connie wants to, get to a gate to where she can instantly unlock it, but she has the family on her. This is where his barge ability can really come in handy. Now, Leland does come with the ability to get the Agitator perk, which he can stab Grandpa, keep Grandpa at bay like we talked about with Julie, to buy the team some more time. This is why I like using Leland in that type of situation. Also, he's good at grappling the family members too, to keep them busy while the team is getting ready to get out and, do their thing, escape, keep the heat off of the other more squishy family members. Now, he does have some other interesting perks, guys. He can get Bomb Squad, which is really, really good, as we talked about, for taking out those traps. Leland can come with that as well. He can also get No Cell, which is a great perk if you have a low toughness build and you want to take a few extra hits. It'll allow you to take that overhead from Leatherface and live to tell the tale. He also has Stunt Double for jumping down wells. So Leland does have the ability to stay alive. And honestly, guys, built correctly with both attributes and perks, he could be a solid victim, but I don't think he extends much far beyond that. I've seen a lot of great Lelands. I know there's a lot of Leland mains in this game. He's a cool character. He does a really good job, but the 3 ahead of him, I just can't see him being any higher than those guys. So let's jump into that. Let's get into the nitty-gritty and talk about that a little bit. Alright guys, coming in at number 3, and this may be where the list gets a little bit controversial, as I said it would. Please don't crucify me for this, guys. I know a lot of you are probably thinking, are you gotta be crazy for having Connie at number 3? But hear me out, let me talk about it for just a second. Okay, so everybody knows Connie, man. She is probably the most used victim in this game. If you ever see Connie on the hook at the start of the game, it makes your life a lot easier as family right off the bat, because you don't have to deal with her. Guys, she is a glass cannon, and what I mean by that is she has the potential to escapes so unbelievably fast. However, she is unbelievably squishy. Now, here's the thing about Connie. She can get the team out super quick. She can open escape routes throughout the basement. That way, if the team has to go down through different areas to get to that fuse box exit, if you have a good Connie on your team, that is going to happen with her. She can work on objectives incredibly fast, but here's the thing, guys. If she can stay alive. I will say on the family side, guys, the victim I've probably killed the most, especially when playing Leatherface, is Connie. That is her biggest issue, but I understand that because her ability is amongst the best in the game. I don't have to explain what it does, guys. It essentially just instantly opens a lockpick. She plays a pivotal role in those clutch moments when there's only like a few seconds from escaping or dying. That is Connie in a nutshell, guys. Again, her focused ability amongst the best in the game. There's no doubt about it. Now, it does have a super long cooldown, so there's a good chance you're probably only going to be able to use it once per match. So make sure you're using it wisely. Now, she does have Bomb Squad, guys. She could get Bomb Squad. Again, we could talk about it with the traps for Nancy and Hitchhiker. Great for sneaking around. She could disable the traps really quickly. She has, unfortunately, she cannot get No Cell. That is very unfortunate because she does not have good toughness at all. She is very squishy, right there with Sunny in terms of squishiness. Of course, she has extremely high proficiency. She has very high stealth. She doesn't have any strength at all, basically. And her endurance is pretty bad, too. I wish that could be a little bit higher, but I don't think Connie needs changed at all, guys. It's just, this is the way her character is made. If you have a good bit of skill with her, you are going to have a ton of success. There's no doubt about it. She probably has one of the best escape rates in the game out of all victims. And she's also, again, good at being that support, which is going to help the other victims escape as well. So, by no means, guys, am I trying to say she's a bad victim because she's at number 3. But we're going to explain why she's at number 3 when we talk about the 2 characters ahead of her. So let's get into it. Alright, guys, and the next most controversial part about this video is people might be asking, why do you have Anna ahead of Connie? Are you crazy? Well, hear me out, guys. Let me talk about it. A lot of people think whenever you think of a great victim in this game is victims that just can escape super fast. They can open up things really fast. But what I think we fail to see sometimes is behind the scenes in what is allowing you as Connie or Danny or any of the other guys to escape really fast. Maybe it's because one of these guys are keeping the family members busy. They're keeping them at bay. They're making a distraction. They are taking the aggro from the family. Oh, that kind of sounds like we're talking about Anna here, guys. Anna, guys, is no doubt one of the best victims in this game. There is 100% no doubt about it, and based on the lore of this game, it makes sense that she is. Now, she does have very, very low, amongst the lowest proficiency and stealth in the game. And you might be thinking, my gosh, if it's that bad, how is she such a good character? Well, she's built, guys, to be rambunctious. She's best played exactly that way. She's the ultimate family distraction, and she also has tools at her disposal to help her with that, including Grappler. She can keep the family members busy by fighting them. She has extra drip, so if she needs to get a little bit of health, she can jump down wells. She can get a small health bottle. It does not matter. She can get back to full health. It's unbelievable how long Anna can stay alive in this game, and the reason I'm putting her at number 2, guys, is not so much as playing her, but it's so much as playing against her. She is always the biggest problem for myself and my team to get out of the game, and that is exactly what she is supposed to do. Also, guys, she kind of has this little star sign ability called Pain is Nothing, which when she activates this ability, it significantly reduces her damage taken, and at tier 3, she can take even 80% more less damage, and she already boasts incredible toughness. So yes, she's not going to be running to the exit gate and quickly opening it like Connie to get out with the family behind her. It's not going to happen. But what she's going to do behind the scenes is hopefully take the aggro from 2 or even 3 of the family members, still stay alive to tell the tale while you have Connie upstairs or out a certain gate or opening the fuse box, things like that. And not to mention, when Anna needs to, she could do these things herself as well. Again, guys, she's not going to be super stealthy. She's not going to be great at being proficient, but she's going to help her team escape. This is what she's made for, and she is the absolute best in the game at doing just that. That's why we have her number 2 on the list. She's a great complement to guys like Connie that can get out super fast. Anna coming in at number 2, I feel pretty confident about that. All right, guys, and surprise, surprise, we're going to talk about Danny at number 1, ladies and gentlemen. This may sound a little pay-to-winny, but Danny is a force to be reckoned with in this game, as we already talked about. Those of you that have played him or have seen his gameplay know what he is capable of. Of course, he has the study and tamper ability, and at level 3, it is absolutely insanity. Guys, he can collect intel all around the map. He could build his knowledge bar. He can instantly tamper any objective in the game. It does not matter if the family is on him, chasing him. He can turn off a battery or a generator instantly. He can instantly open the fuse box, turn the fuse box on the pressure valve. It does not matter. And Danny also has amazing attributes right out of the gate. He has good toughness, good endurance. He has good proficiency. He can stay alive. He can run around. He's good in a chase, and also with the fast hands perk, guys, he turns into an instant Connie. And this is another reason why we have him ahead of Connie on the list as well, is because if a family is in his proximity when he has fast hands working, he instantly can open locks. Almost instantly, I should say. Not instantly, but almost instantly, and almost as fast as Connie in her ability. Guys, Danny is an absolute monster in this game, but I'm not saying that you should tunnel him at the beginning of the game, but you should probably tunnel him at the beginning of the game. But yes, guys, he does come also with extra drip, which again is my favorite perk in this game. This is, of course, the perk that allows you to, if you use a health bottle over time, it is going to refill your health. And again, guys, it does not take a lot of knowledge to instantly tamper these objectives. He is an absolute problem for family members, and you must, in my opinion, bring a hitchhiker to help counter him. Danny's a big problem, guys. This is why he's number 1 on my list. I absolutely love playing Danny, and he's slowly becoming a victim main of mine. He's a lot of fun, but again, I do not. You can say in some instances that he's somewhat overpowered, but he is counterable, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to do it correctly. But with that said, guys, this is the victim tier list. I don't think it comes as a surprise that Danny is number 1. Let me know what you guys think about this list. Again, I expect it to be controversial. I expect a bit of a debate, and that's okay as well. These are just personal opinions from what I've seen playing as both the victims and against these victims. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. That's our victim tier list. Sunny at number 6, Danny at number 1. Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.